The Lovely Eggs, live in session, My Mood Wave. Before we get on to the album, Existentialism, we shall take a look at what Nick from New Brighton's just mentioned. Please ask Holly if she has a joke that's funnier than the one which gained her the Home Service gag title. So explain what the Home Service gag title is anyway.
I have literally no idea.
Right.
I don't know what it's all about, do you, David?
No, unless it's about your famous local joke.
I've got a local joke I made up that everyone thinks is funny back home.
Is it clean?
Yeah.
Go on then.
You won't get it though, because I've told it in London.
Local.
It went down like a lead balloon.
Right, well, try me.
Where do people with asthma live?
Don't know.
Inhaler.
No, I do get it, actually.
If you live in the Haler area of Lancaster, it's really funny.
It makes more sense, does it not? Yeah, absolutely. You need to just keep doing after-dinner speeches there.
That's what it is, yeah.
That's what it is. Right, so... You were on Twitter today. You're pretty active on Twitter, and you give a lot away, which is great for me. All right, okay. But yes, how many sessions are we looking at now?
11. This is number 11.
Right, okay. Now you posted some photographs, and this is it's a true testament to the relationship that we've got, and it has happened with several bands. You know, these wave pictures and people like that. But there's 9 pictures on there, so it means we'll take a picture tonight. Obviously, there's one missing. Which is a holy grail. Now I'm going to go through all my old computers.
Yeah, I actually think that maybe there's only 8 pictures, but 2 are from the same session.
Oh.
So I think maybe we're missing 2.
Oh, that's even worse. That's giving me a right job ahead. Okay, all right, well, I will look at it. But I do remember, and we talk about it every now and then, but when you came in the first time and it was like, yeah, this is great, you know, and then again and again and again.
Well, you know, glutton for punishment, what can I say?
That's us, but we're so pleased that you're here, and it's just so great to see the trajectory that you've been on, because it's just amazing, and quite right too. Thanks. So tell us about the album, about the way you recorded it and with whom, etc.
Well, it's called Existentialism, and it's our first new album in 4 years, which is a bit crazy, and we recorded it at home.
We recorded most of it. We recorded it all at home, and most of it at home, and then
with us producing it. With Dave Fridman was remotely producing it. We were sending him stuff over, and he was getting back and saying, "Try this. Why don't you try this?" And then we tried it and sent it back. Do you mean this? Yeah, you know, that sort of thing. And then when we finally did it, we went over to America and we mixed it at his studio at Tarbox Road.
Fabulous. And so for those who don't know, and you famously told a story on this programme that you left a message with David and a year later you got back.
Yes.
But obviously you've got a firm friendship and working relationship there now.
Yeah, it's the way we like to operate, you see, because we like to stay out of the music business, you know. It's a dirty business and we don't want anything to do with it. We're just like friendship, and, you know, you're not on this earth for very long, you know. So while you're here, you might as well make friends with people and have the best time you can. So that's our philosophy. And so we don't have a professional relationship with him. We have a very, just like a friendship relationship, which is what we do with a lot of people, like promoters we work with. And like you know. So that's, you know. That's that. That's what it is.
Completely, and I'm honoured to be in the list. And so you're working remotely like that. I mean, it must make it much harder to do. I mean, because obviously if you're in a studio, it can be, right, can you just try that again with this? But then it's like you got the time difference and everything. Did it get a little bit like hard work for you?
Not really.
David was doing it all.
Yeah, I mean, we just cracked on with it, and then we'd do something else and waited till David got back and said whether he liked it or whether he had any ideas for it. Then, you know, then we'd probably have done something else to it by the time he'd got back, and then we're like, well, we've done this now, so what do you think of this version? And it was just quite good fun, really, just like doing it like that. And we didn't stop. We just cracked on with stuff. So there was never a point where we were just waiting to hear what Dave thinks. We just kind of did stuff, sent him off, and then he'd make some comments and say, and then, but you know, yeah, if we'd changed it, then that didn't matter. It just seemed to flow, didn't it?
Yep. It did, yeah.
Cool, okay. And so you mentioned there you have no truck with the music business. As you get bigger, are you finding it harder, really, to keep up this kind of the cottage industry, which you are famous for, and the trips to the post office and all that kind of stuff?
Big style.
Right.
Yeah, we almost said never again. This one has like crippled us. Like, it's like seriously hard. Like, this last week we've been up at 6 a.m. to do interviews in Australia, and then going to like our lockup to package up 1,000 records. I've had to get friends to help me this time round, which I've never had to do before. Begging them, please help me. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the phrase is we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah,
I know, and that's a record label, isn't it? So, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, everything's pointing towards that, but like, we're just so bloody stubborn. terrible.
No, it's not. But you are a victim of your own success, and that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, it's going to get bigger, and it's going to be more hard work for you.
Well, it's just nice to show it can be done, you see, because this is what I say. Like all these people at these, big record places and record labels and that, they make it look like it's a route that you've got to go down. You've got to sign to a publisher, you've got to sign to a record label, you've got to do it that way. You've got to move to, in the old days, you've got to move to London, to make it, sign and stuff. And it's rubbish. It's just absolute. I mean, I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's just awful. It's just not true.
Yeah.
And we're showing that it's not true. But now we're getting to a point where we're like, oh my God.
It's true.
No, it's not.
No.
We're just showing that it can be done. I mean, maybe not everybody could do it, I suppose, but we just wanted to try doing the impossible.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Now, your spiritual home in Lancaster, well documented, you saved it, but it's taken up a lot of your time, isn't it?
That's right. That's one of the reasons it's taken us 4 years to release an album. Apart from making Eggs TV, which was absolutely... We thought it'd take 2 months, it took 2 years.
Right.
But, we were fighting to save Lancaster Music Co-op after the council issued us an eviction in 2018. And then they promised us that they would repair the building, they would give us a long-term lease, but it took 5 years for them to do that, and we had to fight them every step of the way to get them to do it. So now we finally got the builders in, the roof's back on, thank God, this week.
Right, that
and we're
helps.
just like raising money and stuff and trying to get the internals done and build the rehearsal room and the studio back, because people need it, working class musicians who live in terraced houses who've got nowhere to play loud music need that place.
I tell you what, Trace and I were driving through Northern the other day, and there's a motorway going over at one point near the golf course, and there was a guy right beside the River Mersey, underneath the flyover, playing the drums. Now,
Probably a good sound, isn't it? Under the tunnel, that's probably it.
It's like Simon Garfunkel when they do the lift shaft.
Is that right? Okay. But it was weird because, I don't know, nobody else will be able to hear him. People flying, maybe somebody on the golf course will be able to hear him and be a bit freaked out by it. But I was just wondering if that was a place where this person needed to practice just because they haven't got anywhere else and nobody will tell them to shut up.
Yeah, who
It
knows?
was a bizarre sight.
Thank God for Lancaster Music Co-op, that's all I can say.
And thank God for that
we wouldn't be
flyover.
here without the place, so it's a great place, but I must admit, like, the amount of emails and bureaucratic, I'm going to have to not even, swear now because I want to, that they put me through to try and get that place saved was unforgivable, really. So, I'm glad that I'm here, back in a band, where I belong, doing live music, not sending emails signed with best regards and filling in, funding forms. It's just not my bag.
Yeah, but the local music community, they owe you, and they'll be forever grateful. So it's a brilliant thing that you've done.
Thank you, Tom.
No, it's a brilliant thing you've done. And more importantly than all that, you ran a pub quiz with the Hawk, didn't you?
We did on the Hawk. How did you find out about that?
Because you tweeted it. You tweet everything.
Oh, we did it. We do, actually. I forget people read it. That's my problem.
Yeah, I'm a stalker, basically. Restraining order required. So just give me one or two of the questions, will you?
We had three. I'll give you one from each category. We had 3 categories. Right.
Okay.
This is the Lancaster question, right?
Okay.
Which Premier League footballer comes from Lancaster? Bonus point. What high school did he go to?
Oh, well. Yeah, you can forget that. Well, go on.
Well, go on. Are you going to go
Pele?
Nope.
No.
Scott McTominay.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right,
And he went to
okay.
Our Ladies High School.
Right, fair enough. Okay, second one.
This is a Lovely Eggs section.
Oh, right,
'Cause
okay.
We were told by Chris Hawkins you had to do a Lancaster section, Lovely Eggs section, and pop trivia.
Right.
We recently released our new single, Nothing Everything, from our new album, Existentialism, which is out on Friday. It went into the top 40 of the UK vinyl singles chart, but not what number did it go in at?
Was it number 1?
No.
No. What was it?
2.
Oh, there was only one out, though.
I know. Right, you ready for pop trivia?
Go on, then.
Last one. You might get this one, actually. What is the real name of the Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash? Bonus point if you can name the UK town where he was born and raised.
Oh, he's from Stoke, and I know that he was he had a Davy Bowie as his babysitter at one point in time because Davy Bowie went out with Slash's mum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I can't think of his name off the... What is
Saul
it?
Hudson.
Oh, yeah, Saul Hudson. And he's pretty rubbish there, eh?
Yeah. Well, that serves you right, you see, for bringing up a pub quiz of the book. You bring it on yourself every time, Mark. Do you know what I mean? You invite it.
But that's the thing, you see, it's dead easy for me. I'm doing questions week in, week out, and I'm thinking, come on, this is dead easy. And then when you put me on the spot, I'm just shown to be a complete ignoramus. Oh, man. I feel so bad now. Right, okay, so you've got 2 more tunes to do for us then, The Lovely Egg. So what are you going to do next and then following it?
We're going to do a song which is the last track on the album,
right,
called I Am Gaia.
Right.
And then after that, we're going to go into our latest single, Nothing Everything.
The full version.
The full 7-minute and 2-second version, but it might be a bit slower or a bit faster depending on how we play it.
Right, okay. Well, we'll brace ourselves to it. Thank you, The Lovely Eggs.